Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In this one I am going to be doing my ultimate guide to the Mercenaries of Fortune event here in Call of Duty Warzone. So if you guys weren't already aware, a little bit earlier today at the time of making this one, Season 4 of Warzone as well as Vanguard did end up going live, and interestingly enough, as soon as this particular season went live, the brand new Mercenaries of Fortune event also kicked off. And of course, in similar fashion to previous events we saw in Warzone as well as Vanguard, in this particular event you have 8 separate challenges that you have to complete in 14 days. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down and discussing how you can complete every single challenge. Now, I would like to mention that a lot of these challenges are associated with the brand new map Fortune's Keep, and naturally, since the map is brand new, there's still a lot of things that people are still discovering about the map. So with that being said, if there are some things that you might find out, make sure you leave your insights as well as comments down below in the comment section. And also, I am going to be answering your guys' questions in the comment section. However, if you guys would like to, you can also answer each other's questions if you have the answer to them already. So yeah, with that being said, if you go on to enjoy this video at any given point in time, make sure you leave a like on it down below as well as subscribe. So without further ado, let's actually dive right into it. And alright, so as I mentioned a little bit earlier in this video, there are 8 separate challenges that you have to complete. And let's start off with the first challenge, which states, get 50 player kills on Fortune's Keep. Now honestly, this is rather easy. All you have to do is just play Fortune's Keep and make sure you get player kills. Now the reason why they say player kills, and that's on Fortune's Keep, there are actually NPC characters that you will run into and you can kill. However, those particular NPC characters don't count. You need to get player kills for this particular challenge. Now, with that being said, if you are new to Fortune's Keep, some of the hot spots that I've personally noticed are the winery, the town, as well as the keep, and also terraces. So just make sure to keep that in mind. And alright, so with that being said, let's move on over to challenge number 2, which states open Mercenary Vault. Now this is rather interesting because the first challenge is specifically on Fortune's Keep. However, the second challenge is actually on Caldera. And how this thing is going to be working, and that's very similar to the bunkers that we saw back in Verdansk. What you'll need to do is get a golden key card that you can find in ground loot or in legendary chests or cash spawns. And then once you find this gold key card, what you need to do is go over to one of the fast travel tunnels at the stations. And then if you go down into one of those stations, you are going to be finding a bunker or a vault. And if you have the gold key card, you can open it up and then you are going to be getting a plethora of loot. Honestly, as you guys are going to be seeing in the footage, you get a lot of loot down there. It's pretty ridiculous. And there are 2 things I would like to say, and that is, interestingly enough, the actual mercenary vaults are not found at every single fast travel tunnel. However, I do know for a fact that the Lagoon fast travel tunnel actually has this particular mercenary vault, so just make sure to keep that in mind. Also, even though the challenge states that you need to complete this 3 times, from my own experience, you only need to do it once and then you are going to be getting the reward. So it's very possible that that's a visual glitch, so just be aware of that. And alright, so with that being said, let's move on down to challenge number 3, which states get 25 kills or assists while in a vehicle. Now, although this may sound a little bit daunting, it's honestly not that hard of a challenge. So the first thing that you'll want to do is make sure to play Plunder, as you can get a lot more kills in Plunder as you can in just standard Battle Royale. And one strategy that you can employ, and that's you knock someone with your rifle or just your standard weapon, and then you run them over with a vehicle. That's one thing that I did and it actually counts. And another thing that you can use is actually the new armored vehicle that actually has a machine gun mounted on the top, and you can use that to get kills, or you can use a plane or a helicopter and you can actually use the gunner seat of that particular helicopter. So honestly, this challenge isn't very difficult, it just might take a little bit of time. And alright, so with that being said, let's move on down and talk about challenge number 4, which states win 1 game or games of golden plunder. Now honestly, this isn't a very hard challenge. Of course, it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is hop into the game mode golden plunder, and if you do end up winning a game, you are going to be completing this challenge. So with that being said, let's move on down and talk about challenge number 5, which states get 100 kills at Storage Town on Caldera Island. Now, if you guys weren't already aware, Storage Town, the classic location from Verdansk, was actually added into Caldera with the Season 4 update. So all you need to do is head on over to Storage Town on Caldera, get 100 kills in the area, and then you are going to be completing challenge number 5. So with that being said, let's move on down and talk a little bit about challenge number 6, which states collect $100,000 on Fortune's Keep. And once again, this is a rather simple challenge. Now, I would like to mention that they state collect $100,000 on Fortune's Keep. That does not mean you have to collect $100,000 in a single game, so you don't need to worry about that. All you simply need to do is collect $100,000 in total on Fortune's Keep over an unlimited amount of games that you play. So just make sure to keep that in mind. And with that being said, let's move on down and talk a little bit about challenge number 7, which states dig up 3 buried treasure piles on Fortune's Keep. Now, to preface, I would like to say that this particular challenge is extremely similar to how you actually got the ice staff in Origins in Black Ops 2 Zombies. If you ever played Origins in Black Ops 2 Zombies, you'll know that this particular challenge is very reminiscent. So, interestingly enough, around Fortune's Keep, there are actually shovel spawn points. For example, one of them actually spawns in at the graveyard. However, there are other spawn locations, and once you pick up the shovel, what you'll need to do is run around the map until you find these little buried treasure piles. For instance, in the beach directly northwest of graveyard, there are actually several of these buried treasure piles, and of course the footage that you're watching right now is me uncovering these particular treasure piles. And once you have your shovel and you go up to these piles, you are going to be seeing a little prompt that allows you to dig them up, and then once you do that, you are going to be getting all kinds of rewards. For example, gold. I think at one point I got a self-revive kit. You get weapons, ammunition, all kinds of things like that. So once again, to complete this challenge, all you need to do is get that shovel and then dig up 3 buried treasure piles, and then once you do that, you are going to be completing this challenge. However, I would like to mention that the shovel is technically an item, so that means if someone kills you with the shovel, you are going to be dropping it like it's a UAV or a weapon or something of the sort. So if you die with the shovel, you'll have to either A, get a new one, or B, go back on your body and pick up your shovel. So just make sure to keep that in mind. And with that being said, finally, let's talk about challenge number 8, the final challenge that you have to complete Mercenaries of Fortune, and it states purchase 5 items from the black market. And this one again isn't very difficult. So what's going to be happening is on Fortune's Keep, you are going to be noticing these black market contracts. They're littered around the map, and they act very similar to the supply run contracts. And how they are going to be working is once you pick up a black market contract in similar fashion to the supply run contract, you're going to see a buy station that you have to rush to. However, this buy station is a little bit different, as instead of it just being a normal buy station, it's actually a black market buy station. And in the footage that you guys are watching on your screen right now, my black market buy station, it was actually glitched as it wasn't showing up on my screen. However, just know it was there and I was able to access it. However, the difference between a black market buy station and a normal buy station is at the black market buy station, you can actually buy unique rewards. For example, I believe it's for $15,000, you can purchase specialist bonus, which is absolutely insane. And there are also cheaper things that you can purchase for around $200 or $300. And all you have to do is go to that buy station and purchase 5 items. It doesn't matter if you're purchasing 5 items that are $10,000 each or 5 items that are $200 each. All you have to do is just buy 5 items and they are going to be completing this challenge. So yeah guys, with that being said, that's going to effectively wrap up today's video showcasing my ultimate guide to the Mercenaries of Fortune event here in Call of Duty Warzone. With that all being said, if you guys went on to enjoy this one at any given point in time, and if you found it useful, make sure you leave a like on down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. Also, I would like to give a very special thanks to Mr. Feeds as well as Super Soka for helping me make today's video with getting the footage. I really do appreciate you two. And also, I would like to mention that Feeds has a YouTube channel that I will be linking down below, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe to him. So with that all being said guys, thank you once again for watching. I'm your host Deeper Jungle, and I hope to see you in the next one.